Hello everyone, again, weekly AMA that I forgot to announce and uh, not so, not a lot of people. Um, Previous AMA I ruined recording audio, so now I uh, learned my mistakes. um, I hope more guys um, will be joined in next few minutes. So now I will tell very general information. Mm, uh, okay, okay. I think people will able to see the record and enjoy information. Um, if I will not have questions today, in my plan discuss version 2 strategies and uh, concrete Uniswap version 3 strategies, and in more general, it is a universal strategy for concentrated liquidity, and it is a core product for version 2, Theta version 2. What we are building, what we have, and what we will have. It is pretty complex, and nobody has it. And I think I will need to explain it again, and again, how it works, what risk involved, and how it's safe or not. uh, Dior, please. But it is very hard to do your own research because a lot of models, a lot of components inside, and it is not just one simple contract. And even business logic very confusing sometimes. Let's describe very simple one when we have stables, when we have underlying USDC. It is what already live. We have currently we have live only one vault with USDC as underline, but you should understand it is more like USD vault because we are farming all possible stables on Polygon, uh, safe enough stables, reasonable. USDC, USDT, and DAI. It can be included. No, we will not include my. Uh, Not because it is less safe, but it is too volatile and not so profitable. And probably later we'll include something like euro or something correlated. But now we have only USDC, USDT, and DAI inside, and we are farming pools with USDC, USDT, USDC, DAI. So, how we're doing it and why it's so profitable? We invest in very uh, wide range. It is one tick range. We are calling this kind of strategy one tick strategy because what it means, what means one tick? It is when you're uh, in position like linear pool, when your price fixed, not like range or XY K formula like Uniswap version 2. It is like linear pool from Balancer or just fixed price. For example, 1 to 1 or 0.99 to 1.01. Um, um, you're not able to invest in this range from UI, or even not so easy even with scripts, but we're doing it, and it requires constantly rebalances. In situation when you enter in this concentrated position, if price changed, you stay only with one token, USDC or DAI, for example. Both is fine, and if price changed, it means it changed on minimal possible amount, and it happens pretty often, but not dramatically often, 5-10 times per day. And in this situation, you need to rebalance this position, and it is a huge pain, and the most technical complexity inside these rebalances. And how strategy resolves this, um, um, from this depends profitability, because if you just swap this DAI for USDC, for example, if you stay with DAI and need USDC, some part of it, you need to swap somewhere. If you swap in one place, it will have huge slippage, price impact. Obviously, you need to use at least DEX aggregator. So we have Gelato Task for this. They launched not so long ago Web3 functions, W3F. It is a product for verifiable, transparent execution of chain scripts. Technically, it is like a contract, but it is JavaScript. And the script uploaded on IPFS. You can always check the source code, and you can be sure what it is doing. Inside this task, we're using currently two DEX aggregators. It is 1inch and OpenOcean. We choose the best result of the output amount and choose one of them. And with this data, we are rebalancing. So I described a very simple scenario. We are developing improved version because currently half of profit goes to compensate these rebalances. It is pretty huge amounts. Profit still higher than rebalance cost, but we spent a huge part of profit to rebalances, and we want to avoid this and increase profitability. We decided to make refactoring new possibility for rebalances. It's a bit complex, but I am trying to explain. When you enter to position, even right now, when strategy enter to position for the pool, it borrows requires amounts. For example, you need 50-50% USDC and DAI, and for USDC you borrow DAI. But when you rebalance, currently we're swapping through DEX aggregator. And our idea is using debts, using borrowing for rebalances. Why it is complex? Because it will lead to over-collateralization. When your position can be imagine you borrow for USDC DAI, you have debt in DAI, but price changed and you stay with, for example, full position of DAI, and you need to borrow again some USDC. Or repay the debt. In this scenario, just repay the debt. More complex scenario when you stay with USDC and you need to borrow more DAI. It is like shortened DAI, like leveraged position. When you borrow DAI, sell it technically and stay with USDC, and you can borrow more. But we need borrow more because we need to enter the position. And obviously you will able to borrow less than previous amount, and we are calling it degradation. Okay, some devs call it lock, but I like locket amounts. I like term degradation. With each cycle in one direction, your position in the pool will be degraded on some percent. For example, if initial value without overcollateralization is 100%, next step will be 80%, next step is 65, just example numbers. Depends on health factor and everything else. So, and of course, if you have less in the pool, your profit decreasing, but you don't pay for swaps, because if price changed back, you pay nothing for rebalances, and you have a window for these rebalances when you pay nothing except for debts, but it is reasonable value. And it is open a new possibility when we're able to manage even volatile assets, because we have window for this position. And when we degraded it too much, for example, we have only 30% or 10% of initial pool value, we need to rebalance these debts if we expect that this situation is not changed with time. After refactoring, we will have two kind of rebalances. When you rebalance position in the concentrated liquidity, and another one rebalance. It is when you rebalance your debts for remove this degradation. And technically, you in the loop will be swap again. So it is something like delayed rebalances. But usually the situation is when price changed not dramatically for few minutes and move back, because it is stables and price supposed to be stable. So after this refactoring, IPR for the world will be increased. I guess we will double or triple the current IPR. It will be 20 to 30% IPR from my expectation with current TVL. And after that, we will able to increase capacity. Right now, capacity is 100,000 TVL per strategy. We will able to increase this. It is currently it is the main work what we're doing right now, and in parallel we're developing this kind of strategies for other platforms. We decided to make Uniswap version 3 Algebra, formerly known as QuickSwap version 3 on Polygon, but Algebra has different DEXs integrated. Different DEXs integrated Algebra solution, and Kyber Swap Elastic. Hope they fix it all issues. Algebra already done. We will deploy It's already scheduled. We will deploy tomorrow. Um, uh, it will start with little capacity. Any new strategy will start with very little capacity, around 1000. We'll see how everything works and slowly increasing capacity. No action requires from users. It's just to be sure that everything going well. And later will be Kyber. Uh, all these strategies using the same base contracts, what I described previously. So um, this how it is working. Um, what else? I think it is basic concepts for understanding how it works. It involves uh, two two other models or sub-products: Teto converter and Teto liquidator. Teto converter is a solution for working with lending, and Teto liquidator solution for working with DEXs. um, okay, guys, do you have questions? You can ask. I know it is very technical information, and probably I need to start with something light, but I wanted to describe it because uh, good explanation of this mechanic nowhere exists. I guess documentation explain it uh, very simple without going deeply inside. Um, um, okay, I will try to yellow 5. Um, this strategy extremely profitable and reasonable safe. What is risks? Risk, of course, some for any protocol, risk of hack exists, but we we made all necessary uh, checks, and we have I guess 1000 tests. Yeah, level of development of this solution as AAA project, as Aave, as Balancer. See, I guess even Uniswap doesn't have so much tests. um, Probably closer to Aave. Yeah, they are good. Um, um, so, mm, risks. Uh, some actions some actions require uh, operator role. It is in we moved all actions to Gelato tasks for transparency, for security, for make sure that it is not just your EOA address uh, that performs some actions from probably all server or maybe manual. No, we have Gelato tasks for everything, for hard works, for rebalances, for everything, uh, and we can be sure that all going smoothly and check it on their website. I see first question. Lange. Hey guys. Um, Question that's not connected to version 2. Okay, it's fine. I just warmed up with this information. With the ability to use the gauge multiple places from Balancer, will it be possible make requests for usage of it? How much TVL is needed to be worth it for Teto? Possi mm, Possibility to make requests for usage? Do you mean Balancer boost? Oh, my camera lost my focus. Focus on me. Okay, I guess it will repair with time. um, Yeah, for boost. Oh my god, going even worse. Come on, maybe. Okay, who cares? Uh, anyways, sit in the same place. Um, Balancer boost. We just took this possibility. Yes, they delegated uh, authority for using boost. Exactly solution not developed yet because it is a balancer and we're developing post factum because sometimes it's a bit unpredictable. Um I had idea to grant some authority for Tetubal to make boost directly, but mm, I think at the first version it will be a very simple solution like on mainnet when only our strategist is able to deposit to these boosts. Um, about your question, um, if you want to use our balancer boost, we can't just grant it or rent somehow. Or I think it will be unfair because I see only two possibilities. The first, classical, when just strategist has possibility to boost. My God, really? What the hell? Oh, please stay. Okay. Uh, Classical when like convex aura when your own protocol has ability to use this boost and increase utility of Tetubal because yeah it is critical in current situation and grant this authority. It will be a bit tricky. Nobody did it before, and it will need to develop from scratch. It will take some time, so I guess the first version will be just the first option with classical delegation to strategies, and maybe later we will allow something more interesting. Have you guys thought of using frogs in some way? For XBP have bribes. They're doing bridging games both for the FRXs and for frogs, their stablecoin. I won't focus on version 2 on strategies because I believe in solutions, in development that not depends on rewards that will be ended at some time. We spent on this development, I mean version 2, 1 year, and we will get a reasonable profit for cover this only a few years. Uh, what do you think how much rewards will stay after a few years in Balancer or Frax? I don't know. If they will infinity mine tokens, the value will losses. Yeah, so they will decrease it slowly, and time, at some point of time, they will need to use on the platform profit, and it will lead to huge problems because right now for $8 million we receive maybe 1,000 per week of profit, sometimes less. It is less than 1% APR. this real profit of these DEX, because everybody take care only about bribes and profit from emission. Nobody take care about real volume, real profit for holders. It is a period when they distribute their bulk token, and it will be ended at some time after a few years maybe. For example, Curve has different mechanics. They might survey depending on volume, and it is a bit more sustainable. About Frax, I think in general, I think any voting escrow token, maybe protocols will move to this idea. Maybe I'm alone with this, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I think voting escrow, it is like controlling a company, like controlling, you're a shareholder, and um, you're supposed to control this protocol, not delegate to somebody or something. You buy part of business, you expect some income, and with time, everyone will more focus on business, on what they're doing, not just mine token and attract on these Ponzi schemes, but more about products. I know still early, still a lot of tokens around, and it is still live uh, tokenomic model. It is fine, and we earn on it, and it is enough time for enter and exit. But I more aware about long-term perspectives when we're developing products for years, not time when we build something fast for taking something right now, they're all gone because it is not profitable. Uh, I see the current situation in Tetu. You grant uh, you grant to devs authority to use part of Tetu as investment in some development, and we're responsible make something profitable, return value more than we spent, and it is very important. Um, so about frogs, they have their own bees. I think we should make our own bees, and our business is, if we're talking version 2, this is a huge part of our business, and we will manage assets, invest in DEXs, maximize profit for invested assets like a hedge fund. Um, yeah, my camera is so. What going on today? Why? Why you don't want to focus on me? Okay, okay, I will not move. Okay, it's fine now. Vlad Klim asks, when version 2 magic? Mm, Technically, we have this vote. You even can vote for this. Uh, just disable it from UI. Of course, do not invest in this vote. If somebody will invest for grab some votes, because you can vote for this vote. We can't remove these votes from voting because they just can't. They should stay. Um, so when strategies for Magic, we we have strategies as to Magic and Magic X Magic for Uni 3. but without rebalances on debts, it is not profitable, too volatile. Rebalances drain more than profit. Volume not so huge, rebalances too often, and we spent shit ton of gas and a half of time share price decreasing. Insurance not enough to cover, and yeah, it is. Uh, it was live few weeks. I invested few thousands for looking how it's going. No, in simulation it's mm, fine, but in real life, rebalances drain more than profit. Let's see. Um, After new kind of rebalances, we were able to try again. Um, Lynch said Frax use their revenue to buy their token back and then use it to bribe. We're doing the same in version 2. um, Frax, uh, uh, they're smart guys, and I understand their actions. It's just if a lot of people will wish it, a real wish, we can build something. But right now, on the current market, I'm pretty skeptical that I don't think that this kind of solution is something that can get huge hype, bring few 10 millions TVL or something. No, I think we will spend a lot of resource, grab maybe 1 million, and it will be very good result. Good result. Uh, and that's all. And it is again uh, cross-chain pain, reflect votes and everything else. No, please, no. It is so complex, so time consuming. Mm, Frax, a lot of good coins exist. They just not usable on Polygon, uh, and for this reason, no volume. So we tried. I guess we try. We simulated with all of them. A bit about simulation. This uh, we download all trades by events from pair, and we're calling it backtester. Load backtester with our strategy and pool from scratch and pool network on localhost, and simulate all trades like real life, and how strategy uh, see on strategy behavior, and calculate profit losses and all metrics. And we have uh, cloud servers. Mm, with Kubernetes, we launch 10 servers, and they change slightly metrics and choose the best parameters, and it is like little neural network for determine the best parameters for anything. Yeah, just my approach. um, about other chains, of course we will launch, and it will be Arbitrum, Optimism, BC. Uh, Probably the KVM if they will have good landing. Right now it is 0 weeks and a bit scary. um, Technically, we need a DEX with constrained liquidity and a good lending. That's all. If a network has both of them in any mm, form, I mean forks, uh, we can go. And each network will have dedicated vTethers. We don't have cross-chain solution for vTethers, so each chain will have dedicated vTether, dedicated liquidity, and everything else. Um, so it's like parallel universes, but value of Tether union. Mm, I talked with Zero Layer, and it is possible to make this kind of cross-chain, but it is more dangerous, more risky, more complex, more expensive, and I'm not sure that it will make a lot of sense because um, mm, maybe easily allowed to somehow breach your VTET to another chain or something. Let's think about later about it. Um, right now, in current month, in July, we will still building strategies. I so tired. I thought we finished it a few months ago, but in this kind of work, better not uh, uh, better not would forgot this word. I don't know it. Uh, Slowly and secure build good solutions. Okay, next questions. I'm ready. I can describe how V2 works. Probably I did it before, I don't remember. Some call. Uh, okay, I think for today enough technical information uh, handle this how strategies works. You said Matic wasn't profitable, but is still opportunity there. Do you guys have ideas for how to fix it all? Uh, it has. When I'm talking about not profitable, I mean less than 10% IPR. Um, we can farm it for 6, 8, but I think it is not enough for attract um, good amounts, and it will dilute with huge TVL. We need to understand it. So it was around 8% for little TVL, and we can do more. They just require some refactoring and some research. Um, or backtesting is just simulation. Real market. Uh, it's when you put liquidity in constrained liquidity, you change game rules, you change roads, you change everything. You grab some volume from other places. It is not money from nowhere. If you put a lot of liquidity in Uniswap 0.01 pool, um, and it will be one tick. Everything where uh, fees the same or higher, they will not get volume from DEX aggregators, only from arbitrages. Um, but 0.01 is not lowest possible swap fees. QuickSwap has lower fees, but they have more huge range. And for little swaps, you will go to QuickSwap. More for large, to Uniswap version 3. You can check how it works on 1inch. OpenOcean simplified roads, 1inch better in these terms. But sometimes OpenOcean better because a lot of complexity, not always good. And if you add some liquidity, you change volume, you change fees, you change your profit, you change profit of other products. It's very interesting. Rewards, of course, rewards is very easy to farm, but nowhere exists a lot. It is very quickly come to average. If product secure, it come to average 3-4%. If you see somewhere 6 or 8 or even 10%, just temporarily, it includes risks of platform. If it is new, unaudited, or under control for, I don't know, not so trusted devs, you will see higher APR, but it includes all risks. We'll have strategies for Matic, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most complex. But Bitcoin and Ethereum they have a huge volume, very good profit, but need to resolve a volatility issue. And it is more about testing attributes, when better to rebalance, when better to stop stop rebalancing, when better to stay in position, when better to exit. Closer to trading, but without risk of trading. Just more like no, it's technical. Technical is the same like market maker work. Market maker is doing all this, and as any market maker risks, we have the same risks in version 2 when price have huge spike. It is terrible situation, so we need to resolve it correctly. This is where come rebalances and debts. Also, this over collateralization in rebalances, it will be more delta natural, closer to delta natural, when usually means when no exist real delta natural strategies because hedged positions they usually don't have economical sense. Swap profit less than payments. Um, Depends on a lot of factors. And this is I even don't tell about uh, a strategy that we're calling fill up, but honestly, I don't understand how it works. Only one my dev understand. I tried to explain and was confused. Um, this a technique Technico from Zurich University Research. They research concentrate liquidity. I was surprised. This is a real academic work. They made a lot of research and different kind of uh, market make, market maker behavior and fill up. It is when you open two position and pool that hedging each other. The secret link. Lynch asked for link for this research. Maybe I will find it later. I don't have it right now. You can Google it. I guess my devs found it in Google. Okay. We don't use it right now in production. It's ready. It is just different kind of mechanics inside. Technically, the strategy is the same. Yes. This research, I will find the link. Oh my god. Okay, I will try to find it right now. 1 second. I guess everyone interested in. Just in fact, if you launch another Discord, you drop from staging channel. Sorry, guys. I will send this link later. Okay. Let's move on. No, I just don't want to share entire screen on this. I'm recording this call and um, doesn't matter. What else? Do you know, guys? Maybe you remember we were developing PawnShop. Yes, it's our responsibility. We promise it. I know maybe it is too late or not, but from situation, for example, from situation with Pearl, I knew that a lot of OTC deals was performed, and I expect that PawnShop will be a marketplace for NFTs with financial background, not just cartons. But you can uh, you can make deals for any NFTs, of course, and you will able to try to borrow something. You can able to supply some money for NFTs. I guess this idea is uh, more popular right now. I don't remember a solution on Mainnet. They have huge volume. Uh, yeah, Blur. Uh, and I think people is familiar with this concept, and on Polygon this solution doesn't exist, and on Polygon a lot of collections, a lot of voting escrow tokens, and everything else, and of course it will be possible to use with Viteto this time. No, not from the launch. And the Pawn Shop is very simple solution. One contract. UI is it's ready, or QA is testing right now. QA, Kate, hey. how it's going. Uh, I think it will be very soon. Let's see. For me, it is more interesting like a part of ecosystem because we have a lot of possibility for using it. For example, in our game we have in, uh, uh, internal marketplace because it is a game. You know, it's very hard to find some item on OpenSea or something like this. Especially if we will launch on dedicated network, dedicated chain, just no marketplace exists. So we need this. Um, yeah. Uh, so next big release is SpawnShop. Uh, I mean new products. Uh, I don't know information. I think some information already in our docs. Yeah, like this meme. The best I can do is $20. um, you will able to say it to somebody, something like this. Uh, okay. If you don't have more questions, I think enough for this week. Or next week I will tell more about version 2, about our progress. Hope uh, algebra will be live. We can discuss it. Um, yeah, and capacity increased. Okay, guys. Uh, have good week. Uh, stay tuned. Bye bye.